Okay guys, so I know it's gonna be hard to see. We have 0 power. So apparently from what we've been told, basically more than half of our city is without power. And there's
a scaredy cat.
The reason why she's scared is because there's transformers all over the city. So those are like the main power. I don't actually know how they work, but they're all blowing up and there's trees getting knocked over. But if you look outside, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see.
But no, trees are also catching on fire.
Yeah.
It's all the way in like Essex, which if you don't know, sorry, I need to light candles or something. If you don't know, like you live like 30-40 minutes from Essex?
Yeah.
So like that's like our whole city.
Like we're seeing people from 15-20 minutes across the city with power outages. Transformers are blowing up.
My mom only lives like, I don't know, 7 minutes down the road.
Not even.
And she said her neighbor's trees were falling. But like when I look outside, it's literally completely still, which also freaks me out because all of the past 2 days it was so windy that it was probably the windiest I've ever seen it. And like, I heard wind coming from our fireplace.
There's a whole ice storm that we're having right now, so all of our cars are like frozen. I'm gonna show you guys in a sec. But if you look outside, look at the trees right there. They're literally completely still.
That's as good as it's gonna get.
Right? Yeah, that's all we can see.
Like it almost seems like there's nothing going on outside.
It's eerie.
Creepy. And then someone made a rumor saying it was an earthquake. And then our alarm went off. So TMI, I was naked. And I was like, I always think about this when I'm naked. I'm like, what if there's like a fire in the middle of the night and I have to run out but I'm butt naked? So I put my clothes back on and because I was like, oh my gosh, if there is an earthquake or something that we need to like go hide and I'm butt naked. Yeah, but it's so weird because the thing is that everything is catching fire. Trees are catching fire. Trees are falling down. Power lines are, basically everything is kind of like imploding, which is so weird. Not imploding, exploding. Sorry about the quality, by the way, because obviously we have no light and we're using my flashlight to record on our camera right now. But yeah, everything is really, really creepy, to be honest, because like she said, everything is so still outside. Trees are falling over. They're also catching on fire. And I'm not talking about the same tree. There's trees that are falling over and there's trees that are catching fire. And there's no all within like 40 minutes of our city.
Yeah, and there's no
and like fire trucks just keep like sirens.
Yeah.
I just keep hearing every 5 minutes.
And we're literally having like frozen rain, or I'm sorry.
Well, actually, everything kind of stopped, no?
Yeah.
Which is also creepy.
No. We're having freezing rain right now too. And it's
no, we need to address what you just tried to do.
I tried to put the power on. I wanted to see if it was working. So anyway, the messed up part is if it continues to rain hard, we have a sump pump that actually drowns out all the water from the basement, and
our alarm just went off.
And it went off
because it basically warns you that it's off so that your basement doesn't flood.
So worst case scenario tonight, might have to run a 100-foot extension cord down to the basement with the generator just to keep the sump pump on.
Luckily, it's cold outside, so if we do need to bring everything in our fridge outside, we can do that. Our deep freezer is already outside.
Yeah, and the roads are really, really, really bad.
I'm so fat, I'm only worrying about the fridge.
Oh, it is raining, but look, like the cars are literally, oh my gosh, this is all literally like a straight up ice storm right now. But look, it's so still outside. Nothing is, like, everything is calm and no power, like basically across the whole city, so it's pretty nuts. But yeah, so this is how I'm gonna record it now. But anyway guys, so we're just keeping you updated. We will keep you updated on what happens if the power comes back on. We'll do it, but we just wanted to vlog this because it's kind of just super creepy how everything in the city is down. This kind of never happens, and that transformers are blowing up all over the place, and it's not just one, there's been like 3 or 4, and then also that trees are catching fire and getting knocked over with no wind. So anyway, we'll keep you updated. Okay guys, I know you cannot see me at all, and I know it's probably loud and noisy, but I'm currently on my way. I called a couple gas stations to see, who still had power. Actually, let me turn this on real quick. So I called a couple gas stations to see who has power, if their pumps are working. A couple of them didn't. A couple of them did. So I'm going to the closest one near us right now to grab some gas for, well, 1, for the generator, and then 2, I'm gonna grab some for my truck just because I'll be there anyway. So we have a generator. If you don't have a generator, I would advise you get one for situations like this, or you have a bad storm and you're without power for a couple days. It's great to have a generator. We just bought one last year because there was a big storm and all of the power was out for a couple hours, and our sub pump, I actually took the cover off the sub pump and it was literally, I think, maybe not even 7 inches from coming up. So we got a generator just in case, and then as I came home with the generator, it came back on. But we have one now. A lot of places are still without power, so if it continues like this, we need to plug in the generator to get the sub pump to work. So I'm on my way right now to get some gas because totally forgot that we didn't have any for it. That's what I'm doing right now, so I'll keep you guys posted in case, you know, anything happens.
Well, this is the only light I have. It's been about an hour. The power's still off. Josh just went and got Taco Bell because some of the places here are still open. He got Taco Bell and he got some gas in case we need to start a generator because it's raining and our sub pump isn't on, which means our basement will flood. So we have a generator with gas just in case we need to like turn anything on or like plug in our fridge. I'm just like so worried about my fridge. I'm literally so fat. Like who cares about my basement flooding? My food in my fridge is gonna go bad. Josh was on his way home from Taco Bell and we were on the phone because I was scared. I have a knife and I have a BB gun because I'm scared someone's gonna try and break in when like I'm vulnerable right now. But he was on his way back from Taco Bell and I was on the phone with him and I was like, oh, the power's back on. And then boom, it went out. And he's like, right when you said it went out, he saw a huge flash in the sky. So people are literally seeing the transformers blow up. Sorry, Josh is here. I'll grab something here.
I need to grab the gas stuff, so just keep this over.
Okay.
We had to get emergency power outage Taco Bell.
I told them that.
It was vital. Did Karlee tell you her knife chronicles?
Yep. I never realized how lucky we are to have power.
I know, right? Take it for granted.
I mean, I would rather have clean water than power, but
think about...
because you need water to survive. And you can boil water, you can make heat with fire, and you can
But what
cook
about
food on fire.
What about storing food?
Well, I'm talking about like if we had to choose one.
Oh, if you had... So you would pick water over power?
Of course, yeah. You can shower, you can go to the bathroom.
You know what?
Cook.
Let's do the comments. What would you guys rather have? Water or power?
Well,
if you had to pick.
I'd rather have water, I think. Imagine having to go outside and find water. You can't get it from a hose. You can't get it from your house. You have to literally go to Detroit River, get water, and then come and heat it up.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. And I'm talking showers, bathroom, everything.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of water.
How about you guys? What would you pick? I guess water is definitely...
You need water. Like,
yeah, that is true.
You can survive days without food. You can't survive days without water. You need water.
No, that's true.
You can even, and in the summertime, you can grow your own plants with water.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
I'd rather have water. Because you could build a fire.
For heat.
Yeah, outside.
And to cook. Also, we got Baja Blast. Oh my god. Forget how good they are. I haven't had a Baja Blast in a long time. They're very, very good. Very, very good.
I'm not hungry. I don't know what I'm eating.
Anyway, comment below. Water or fire, or water, not water or fire. Water or electricity, what would you rather have? We're doing a power outage mukbang.
You know what's so funny? I just said I wanted to get solar panels.
Mm-hmm. You did.
I literally just said it.
I know.
I'm one of those people that like would rather be prepared than not. I've always been that person. I think it's my anxiety. But it's because you always think things aren't gonna happen and then they do. Like who would have thought we would have had a pandemic? Nobody. Literally nobody.
That's true.
And we're lucky that the pandemic, and I know it killed thousands and millions of people, but we're lucky that it wasn't like a 50% death rate. Obviously, there's no benefit in the fact that millions of people died, but it could have been billions, where it's like half of the people that get it are gonna die. Like that would be horrible, which could easily happen.
I wonder what they would do.
But think about it, people wouldn't eat, like I wouldn't even go to the grocery store at that point.
I know, like that's what I mean. Like
I think it's important.
How would the government deal with something like that?
You probably would just have to be at home. I know it sounds crazy.
But how do you get...
Like I'm saying, you'd have to be sick at home. There'd be no hospital room. There'd be none.
Right.
Like at that point, they'd have to, I think.
Everything would be shut down.
Yeah.
And then, do you think they would have like, maybe like a public pickup for like food? Like where you have to go like wait in a huge line for like
I don't know,
days?
because people gotta work there. I don't know.
True.
Where are they getting the food from? Catching somebody, importing from somewhere.
That's very true.
The quality's really bad, so we're gonna go.
Yeah, bye guys.
So, have 4 candles in front of me. I had a bunch of like Bath & Body Works candles going, but I had like 4 and it was starting to like overpower because there's way too many smells going on. So I just have the unscented tea light ones and I have like a pack of like 100, which is like really useful for right now. Sorry, I can't breathe today. I have really bad anxiety right now, and before people come at me, I know that there are places in the world right now with like, that are literally in shambles and people are surviving without water and food. I know all that. I just have to cover my bases because people think that when influencers complain about something, it means that we are oblivious to the fact that the rest of the world is also suffering with things. But I mean, you guys are pretty good with that. I feel like my audience is getting smaller, where it's like people that actually want to watch me. So I'm not really worried about you guys specifically, but somebody's gonna say something about me complaining and that I'm dramatic because power's out. But I'm not really freaked out that the power's out. I'm freaked out about the things that come from the power being out because my anxiety gets triggered by things that are like unknown and out of my control. Growing up, like I talked about this on my Instagram story, but obviously I know not everyone's on my Instagram story. When I was a kid, I hated going to school because I knew I couldn't just like walk out of class whenever I wanted to. Or like I'd hate going to a friend's house because I knew I couldn't just leave when I wanted to. Even though I couldn't, there was like authority, you know? And so, or I'd have to wait for someone to pick me up or whatever. So when I got my car, it really helped my anxiety because I felt like I was able to leave places when I wanted to and it helped me gain control. And so with the power being out, obviously, first of all, we have no heat and we're in Canada in the winter and it's literally freezing rain outside. So we have no heat, which means it's gonna start getting cold, and this is the longest my power's ever been out that I can remember. My mom said when I was a kid it was out for 3 days. I don't remember that. I must have been like under 6 years old. I really don't remember. But there's over like I think 3,000 people here affected, and then that's just like in my city. There's people affected that are farther away.
There was definitely more. This is just up to now.
And
most
then
of the city was out.
And the chance of, because transformers are blowing, which I don't even know what those are to be honest. But
they sit on top of power line. It's what feeds all of the power to everyone.
It's like the main thing.
It's like the main.
So when they blow a huge bright blue light you can see, and everyone around the city is seeing them. We saw it twice. Josh looked it up, and the chance of a transformer blowing is 0.1% 1% in a year.
And in the 20-year life, it's 2%. And we've had multiple blowouts.
Yeah, multiple throughout the whole city. So I'm really worried because if the main power source is blowing, how do you fix multiple? How do you fix that? So here is a picture of the blue light. I'm surprised someone got it that fast.
Yeah.
It's like literally lighting up the entire sky. And it is raining, which means our sub pump has the risk of overflowing and my basement flooding. And it would be freezing cold water if so. The only thing downstairs that I would want to save, which I know sounds crazy, is my spin bike. Everything else is replaceable. So is a spin bike, I guess, with house insurance. But still, luckily we also document everything in our house. So if everything were to flood down there, I'd say, look, I have all the videos of everything that was in my basement. I don't know. I'm having anxiety, I'm freaking out, and I'm off topic and I can't breathe, so bye.
Okay guys, I want to read you something. I'm gonna read you. So basically our city has, our utility company basically gives us an outage map. Anyway, that's the outage map. So I want to read how many people are affected, and like I'll read you the big numbers. So
this is only in our
this is our city,
like
right?
within 20 minutes.
Yeah, these are just neighborhood names. So in Walkerville, 3,227. In South Windsor is 6,647.
And think about, those are just houses, so think about the people in those houses.
Right. Roseland East is 3,669. Pilette is 2,452. Riverside is 2,401. That's just in like these neighborhoods. There's even more. Like there's 301 neighborhood, 578 in the other, 390 in one. Like there are so many people affected. So I would say like there's well over 10,000 people affected right now by this power outage, and we've had no power. How long would you think?
Maybe almost 3 hours?
Probably almost 3 hours. It literally started and then it came back on, and then it went off again, then it came back on, then it went off again, and then it started to just like a quick flicker that it would come on for like a literal minute and then go back off again. So we're just waiting. You guys, I had the clip in there somewhere where I went and got the gas for the generator. So hopefully we don't have to use it.
What's crazy though is that it's super windy outside when you open the door, but all of the trees are still. It's so windy that power lines are knocking down, but literally the trees are still.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's freaking me out.
Very, very weird. But anyway, so that's the update right now. It's currently 10 almost 30. It's 10:25 right now, and we'll keep you guys updated as the night goes on. Hopefully it doesn't last all night because we're gonna have to start plugging things in and running the generator and stuff like that. So like I said, it's great to have a generator for backup purposes, but you hope to never have to use it. But we have the gas. There's like, I think 3/4 of a tank in it right now, and I just I got a huge full tank of gas. So if we have to, we should be good for a little while. Hopefully we don't. So we will keep you guys updated.
All right guys, so we're now at the point where I think we're gonna have to move everything from the fridge outside. Thankfully did it feel cold enough outside?
It's cold.
And the garage is cold.
It's cold. You can
like cold enough for like cheese and stuff and milk?
Double check, I think it is, but you'll be the judge.
If the temperature outside is 0, then it'd have to be, right? It's 31 outside. You wanna go in the garage? Our fridge is 35 to 38 and outside is 31. I would say it is. 35 to 38 is the fridge.
All right, well.
It's 31.
Start doing it.
I'm shaky and I do not feel good and I'm freaking out.
Oh my God, of course our fridge is so packed, bro. Oh my.
This is actually probably the most that's ever been in our fridge. Okay, well, Let's start with stuff that like is important.
Milk.
Coffee creamer is important. We can't even use our coffee machine.
Okay, so this is pretty much our entire fridge. We're leaving like drinks and
Peanut
mustard
butter.
and peanut butter. We have like natural peanut butter we're leaving there, stuff like that. But this is all the immediate stuff that needs to go out. So we're gonna bring this out. The fridge is actually not cold at all anymore. So I don't know if you can feel that right now, but it's not you guys obviously, but it's really not cold anymore. So we're actually probably getting it at the perfect time. Oh yeah, don't forget the kimchi. We're gonna bring this outside, and then a worst case scenario, the freezer, Karlee just checked and it's still pretty cold. So we might be okay with that worst case scenario. We'll bring it all out to the deep freezer and we'll plug in the generator for that. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. Okay guys, update. We are going to try to get a couple of hours of sleep. It's about 12, it's 12? Yeah, it's 12 o'clock at night right now. Still no power. I want to make an FYI. We're not like complaining, like obviously.
Why?
Well, I know there's, again, I think she said it already there. Obviously there's so many people in the world without this luxury, and there's so many people that, you know, there's natural disasters that cause power outages and water outages, and I know there's a lot worse places to be in and a lot worse circumstances to be in, but you know, it is something obviously that's not fun to deal with right now, and we're just documenting it for you guys because it's the vlog channel, but I don't want anybody to think that we're like ungrateful for what we have. Right, so anyway, it's 12 o'clock. We moved all of this stuff out of the refrigerator outside into the garage, and Karlee and I were talking, and we're so thankful that it's winter right now because we would literally not have anywhere to put all of the refrigerator stuff. We would have already had to start the generator because we couldn't have just left everything outside in the garage because it would not be cold enough. Deep freezer is still okay. The freezer inside is still okay as well right now, but we're gonna try to like maybe get in a couple hours of sleep in case it doesn't come on. We're gonna have to get up and move everything out to the deep freezer and then maybe have to start the generator at some point. But most of the city is still affected right now. The numbers that I told you guys earlier have actually increased, I think by maybe 1,000 or 1,500. But yeah, we're hopeful. Hopefully it's not too much longer. It's been about maybe four or 5 hours now. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's 4 or 5 hours. And yeah, so we're gonna try to sleep, and then obviously we'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, this is gonna look the same to you guys, but it is currently 1:30 in the morning and we still don't have power. Apparently the numbers up to...
No, it's gonna go back out. It always does. It's gonna go back out. Did you hear the step up?
Yeah. You guys hear that? Dude, the fucking...
It's gonna go back out. This happened 8 times today.
It's literally gone. Dude, every, like, I think once every, like, hour and a half, the power will come on, and then it will come off again. Actually, this is the longest it's been on. I wouldn't say it's every hour and a half.
At least the sub pump's draining while it turns on.
Oh my god. I wouldn't say it's every hour and a half. I would say it's about maybe every 2 hours. It's come on, and then it comes off, like, right away. This is the longest it's stayed on.
Oh my gosh, it's still on.
And I'm literally recording.
You got it on camera.
Oh, good thing. I wasn't even gonna do this.
Oh my gosh, please don't turn off. Please don't
I
turn
was
off.
literally gonna go to bed and hope that it would
turn
on in the middle of the night, but I had a timer on my phone set for 2 hours because it's 1:30, and in 2 hours time, if I didn't... Dude, listen to the sub pump.
It needed to drain.
Wow.
If you guys can hear that, that's the water draining.
Yeah, but anyway, I had this timer set for 2 hours because I'm like, oh, no way, like in 2 hours, we're gonna have to empty out the freezer at this point.
The freezer was gonna be a huge...
Oh my god, it came. Oh my god.
Okay, I don't know though. I'm like on edge.
I'm so skeptical though.
I'm on edge.
I'm so skeptical.
Over 20,000 people have no power. It's been like almost, what, 6 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came off like right
It's
before
1:30 in the morning.
It came off like before 8, no?
Before 8 o'clock, yeah. We've been at this. Dude, I cannot believe I started recording.
That's
actually
insane.
nuts. That's actually nuts.
Wait, I can't believe it's still on.
I know. This is the longest it's
Are
been
we
on.
gonna jinx it?
Hopefully not. The power's on. Things are working.
Should we just leave this stuff in the garage?
Oh, what do you think?
Until, in case it goes out again, I think we should.
Okay. So, as you can see, the power has come back on. Everyone's gonna be like, did you guys really troll us for a video?
They heard it. They heard it go on.
It's like, imagine they're like, you guys just shut your
I
voice
cannot
up.
believe you got it on fucking
Oh my
camera.
god.
You guys literally heard. I think you could hear our TV start, like
Everything turn on.
and then you could hear our sub pump start.
Oh.
That is crazy. Oh my gosh, it's going on. I needed to empty. Holy.
It's probably so full. But they're real deep, so
yeah.
We probably had still a lot of time left.
It's raining, but it's freezing rain,
Yeah.
so it's not completely raining.
Because if it was like a thunderstorm, we probably would have had to start the generator. Anyway, wow. That's awesome.
I don't know if I trust it.
Power's back on. This is the longest it's been on all night. Like we said, I think every probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours. My time keeps changing, but anyway, probably every 2 hours they got it on. But I'm talking, when I say they got it on, I'm saying like a literal split second. Like no exaggeration.
Like on
the lights would come on and then they would come off, and it was out for another 2 hours. And it literally just happened, what, 35 minutes ago? Mm-hmm. And we're like, oh my god, no, not even 35 minutes ago.
I was texting you.
When did it happen? What time is it right now? 1:34?
1:04.
30 minutes. Wow, that seems quick. 30 minutes ago, it literally flickered, and we're like, oh good. Oh my god.
Someone is going.
Wow.
Catching up for 6 hours.
Dude, I literally thought I was gonna have to stay up to just make, like, I had a timer on my phone to try to go to bed. But
I couldn't.
I was gonna stay up and just make sure that, you know, things weren't, like the deep freezer, all the stuff I would have had to put outside. And if I had to start the generator, I would have. But I would have felt bad because it's 1:30 in the morning and I would have had to start the generator with all our neighbors. I would have felt terrible.
It is what it is. I don't think we would have had to start the deep freezer one until tomorrow morning.
That's insane. I'm wrapping up the vlog. We need an ending.
Yeah.
This is the ending. Guys.
This was an eventful vlog.
Literally, you know what's so funny? Today we're like, man, what are we gonna vlog today? We did nothing today, by the way. We did zero. So it was so funny because we're like, oh, what are we gonna vlog today? And turns out
we had a lot to vlog.
We had a lot to vlog. So thank you so much for watching today's vlog, guys. Kind of all over the place, pretty sporadic. Hopefully this all goes together well because I have clips from my phone. You have clips from your phone.
I think it will.
I think it'll be fine. But
it was only over 6 hours. We had like 30 minutes of footage.
Yeah, so anyway, this is going to be a long vlog to edit. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.